Okay, good evening. It is July 9th, 2023. This is Debbie Davis. I just wanted to do a video tonight because of a lot of frustration, confusion about different things. You know, a lot of people are confused about what's going on with the country, listening to a lot of different people confused because of what is actually happening. We all are confused. But then there's this movie that came out. But I have something to say about the confusion with the country right now, and I feel that everybody is watching all these different people, and so many people are different with these videos, like myself, and I'm a whistleblower, so I'm not just, I'm not a person with a channel, like just putting the news out or whatever. I'm an actual whistleblower, so that's a little different. But in my opinion, a lot of people are trusting some of these people that have these channels, and putting too much faith in some of these channels, and just putting instead of just, we all just need to in my opinion, you just get on our knees and pray to God instead of, it's like it's like some of these people are actually worshiping some of these people in these channels. It's like, and God says, no other gods before me. Do not worship any gods before me. You can't make these some person into your God, into something that you idolize, the things that they're saying, and trust them more than God. Okay, so that's what I want to say about that tonight. And then there's this movie that came out, Sound of Freedom, and that, and that I've heard nothing but good things about this movie. I have not seen it yet, but it apparently is based on true events, but then there's confusion about that, where somebody's trying to say that really wasn't a true thing that happened, or discredit this Tim Ballard guy, but I don't know who this person is. I don't know who these people are that are trying to discredit him, but I heard nothing but good things about this movie, and it's exposing a very important subject of international human trafficking that has been going on for decades, trafficking thousands and thousands and thousands of children. And that, and if it's bringing awareness to that subject and a movie has never been done like this before. So I mean, I think there's nothing but, I think that we should not put this movie down in any way, and that we should just fully support this and be behind this whole movement. Like, God's children are not for sale, and that's what Jim Caviezel's saying in his videos. And I mean, yeah, that's exactly the point they're trying to make. So I mean, how can you go against the whole point they're trying to make in this, is bring awareness of this whole issue? And and I don't think there's a movie's ever been done like this before, and apparently Hollywood sat on it for like 5 years, so I'm glad that they finally got it out. So I don't have anything bad to say. And then I saw Tim Ballard also on a YouTube video just yesterday, speaking from something like 4 years ago, and speaking in front of Congress about this subject, about his experience. And then, I mean, he was super detailed about the whole thing of where this trafficking, where they're bringing the kids in. He knew all the details of this whole issue. I mean, he was very, very passionate and very detailed, and clearly knew what he was talking about. So, I mean, I felt like he was totally legitimate after seeing that, for sure. And I can send put that link underneath this video. But, and then also I wanted to say regarding this whole subject, not only are they being trafficked, but a lot of them end up being sacrificed. The kids being sacrificed. So, they end up, there's various different things. They end up, there's various different, some of them end up, being in, somebody's sex slave. Some of them end up sacrificed. Some of them end up, I don't know, who knows, the various different things. But a lot of them end up sacrificed, in these 6 satanic worships, and so, that's the one thing that nobody is talking about is that, we have, we're all worried about the country and saving our country. We're concerned, because it's scary right now, but yeah, we have all this innocent bloodshed still going on in our country of these innocent children, and we expect our country to be saved. Because to me, these Satanists that are doing this, they gain power from these sacrifices. This is how they gain their power, from the sacrifices. Okay, the sacrifices. The Satanic kingdom gains their power from the sacrifice. And so if we don't stop the sacrifice, we can't stop these sick people. So that's what nobody is talking about, is that we have to stop the innocent bloodshed. And, because God is not going to save us if we don't stop this, I don't think. That's just what my opinion is what I've been feeling about this whole thing. They're God's children, and this is we have to stop this whole thing, because we have the most trafficking and children disappearing in our country, more so than the entire world. And I said it in a video a while back. We're the biggest. Our country is the biggest for trafficking. So, because of the sick people that we have had in the past in positions of power. Not talking about President Trump, the people prior to him. Okay, so, and then there's confusion about President Trump. But I trust President Trump. I still trust President Trump. I have faith in President Trump. Look at his track record of what he has done. He stopped 4 years of Hillary Clinton. He took out ISIS. He changed. He stopped the plans of the New World Order. He just completely annihilated a lot of their plans. He did a major damage to the whole agenda that the deep state agenda that they had planned for this country. Okay, so you have to just look at the track record of President Trump. I still have faith in President Trump, and so I personally still believe that he is going to be back, and hopefully very soon. Then I wanted to talk about so I just have a couple things that I saw come out on a couple different websites, some news so this is, since I'm a targeted individual, being a whistleblower, this was something that I thought was interesting that came out on Targeted Justice that somebody sent me. And this is, so this was the 4th of July. U.S. District Judge Terry Doherty issued a national injunction against the FBI, DOJ, DHS, and other government agencies against censorship. Okay, he's Terry Doherty from Louisiana. Okay, so they were ordered to stop censoring social media posts in the violation of the First Amendment. Okay, this is from Targeted Justice. So, thank you for Judge Doherty for having the courage to stand by the U.S. Constitution. Okay, so this was from Targeted Justice. Just so censorship. They're censoring the truth everywhere. They're censoring my videos for sure. They're always censoring me. Just one thing that just an example of censorship was just yesterday. I'm talking to some people about President Trump and something, and just something about how they said, well, he got impeached twice or whatever. They said, didn't he get impeached twice? And I said, no, he got acquitted. Some people really believe, because the way that they worded it said he got impeached twice. But then they shouldn't have even said that. They should have said they tried to impeach him twice. But these people, they twist the words around, and they censor things and put things the way they want it worded. President Trump never got impeached. He was acquitted every time they tried to impeach him. Okay, I couldn't believe, I can't believe people think that that he was impeached. He's like, did he actually serve his whole term? And I'm like, yes, he never got impeached. It was all acquitted. But there's so much misinformation and censorship that people are so confused. And so that's why these people have to be held accountable. These social media companies, they're just causing so much confusion. I was just couldn't believe. I was like, there's, that's just, it's basic stuff that we all should know, that they're making super confusing because of their censorship. And then there was another thing that came out about these towers, another cease and desist order from Targeted Justice about these towers here that were put up, and they were it's a formal demand requesting that both they were put up by Crown Castle. Okay, we are demanding a full disclosure with the company's shareholders about its collaboration with the targeted individual program liability this imposes on the company, and the potential for a significant reduction in the value of it. Okay, let's see. So what they have concluded in their research is that these are weaponized cellular towers equipped with Ericsson's microwave beam-forming chips, registered under U.S. patent 10, 1. Okay, so transmission of voice and data chip serves to purpose of converting a cell tower into a directed energy weapon. Okay, so I've seen these. After seeing this picture, I was like, let's see if I can see any around town here. And I'm driving yesterday in Minneapolis. I was driving down 35W, which is the main highway here south towards Burnsville, and I saw one. Sure enough, I saw one on the right-hand side towards Burnsville, Minnesota. So they have them right here in Minneapolis. So I never really knew what they were, but apparently they're bad. They're really bad. They can turn them into energy weapons. And so they can use them to torture innocent people. They're weaponized towers. They can inflict microwave attacks, remote neural monitoring, subliminal messages on innocent American citizens. Okay, so yeah, look around for these towers, see if they're near you. They're apparently put in by Crown Castle out of Houston, Texas. Crown Castle is out of Houston, Texas. So this is from Targeted Justice. It's because I'm a targeted individual, because ever since I became a whistleblower, I was put on that targeted list, and living hell. They target you in every way you can imagine. I've said how I was pulled over by the police a bunch of times. I mean, it's just been nonstop targeting. And then the other news I heard that I want to mention too is that, because I had talked about different things that, I almost got my car, there's all these thefts going on in South Dakota, and this weird lot that has all these cars and these thefts of vehicles in South Dakota. And then like in Minneapolis, there's been just a ton of thefts in the last several years of vehicles. And what I learned is that the newer vehicles, what somebody pointed out to me, is that there's some laws that were put in place, I guess, that the newer vehicles have to be implemented with like kill switches and low jacks or something, where they can track you, kill switches and like tracking devices in the newer vehicles. So maybe there's this new agenda where they're purposely trying to grab up all of our older cars, that don't have these things implemented, and take them away from us. So we get the newer vehicles. We're forced to get the newer vehicles. So, that would be, make sense as to why they're trying to. Because I have people trying to buy up my cars and give me, so just thought I would mention that as well. Okay, so have faith, and I'm going to go see the movie, and I hope you do too. Okay, God bless.